Hi, it's Shannon from iHeartRadio Canada, joined by Dave and Joe of Glass Animals. So nice to talk to you guys. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good. Hi, Shannon.
Hi.
Hi.
You guys are helping me wake up.
Hi.
Still the morning in Canada, so this is nice.
Is it the morning? What time is it?
Well, it's 10 a.m., but
That's too early.
that's too early for me. But it's so nice. But us here in Canada, all the Glass Animal fans are so jealous of everyone in Europe who gets to now go see you guys in concert. What are you most excited about with being able to put on shows again?
Seeing Joe.
Yeah. Seeing Dave is always a treat, but also seeing other humans and not being stuck at home.
Humans.
Is,
yeah,
very
it will be
exciting.
Nice.
Yeah,
it's very exciting. The world's coming back.
Yeah, slowly but surely. And I think I really thought of the music industry as a whole when the whole pandemic hit, because for you guys, it's such an adjustment to go from shows where you're surrounded by thousands of people to then absolutely no one. That's got to be particularly emotional. Do you agree?
Yeah. I mean, we were in the middle of a tour when it happened.
Yeah.
When everything got shut down. So we really did go from rooms full of people to rooms full of no one. So that was quite a big, quite a shock to the system.
Yeah,
it's quite mad. I mean, that's the normal trajectory. You release album, you go tour, and then we release album and we just didn't know. I didn't know what to do with myself for a minute. I was a bit lost.
Yeah, what do you even do in a situation like that? Just go home and sit and think like, okay, hopefully this only lasts a few weeks.
Start the next one. I genuinely thought it was going to last a few weeks. I remember when we came, we were in, where were we? I don't know. I think we were about to go into Canada.
Oh yeah.
Just after that, actually. And yeah, it just, I thought we'd be back out there 2 weeks later.
Yeah, not quite. But now you'll get to go and do shows. And yeah, like we said, the world's coming back to normal a little bit. So the new normal, that is.
Woo.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Surely.
Yeah. Something that I love so much about you guys is your relationship with your fans. And even online, you can just see how adamant that relationship is and how great it is. And Dave, I know you're getting a tattoo of Australia that was designed by a fan. What's the biggest gesture a fan has done for you guys?
On the last tour that we were doing, that got stopped because of COVID. Do you remember there were 2 or 3 people who just drove across America and came to every single show that we played? They basically followed the tour bus, which I thought was incredible.
They were
young, really young. I mean, old enough to drive, but like spent all of their savings and didn't actually have tickets for lots of them. They just followed us, which I thought
they got me a teddy bear actually.
Aww.
That's the biggest gesture. Wavy, it was called Wavy Baby teddy bear. And then Joe, remember on the fight back, Wavy Baby got stolen by quite a sophisticated looking gentleman who turned out to be a member of the he was going to London to fight. He was some kind of doctor, super doctor, and he was going to give a conference on viruses for the pandemic. And he got a bit too hammered and then stole. I put the teddy bear in its own seat next to me and buckled it in.
He was absolutely twisted, wasn't he? It was amazing.
He was absolutely twisted. He took the teddy bear and I saw him out the corner of my eye and I was like, "Did you take my teddy bear?" And he just went, "No."
No, he said no. That was the best bit. He denied the whole thing. And then
I was like, then the flight attendants got involved. They didn't believe me. They thought I was the crazy one. I was like to the flight attendant, like, "That man stole my teddy bear," and
Did you get
they were like, "Sure."
Yeah.
I was really drunk, so I didn't know if it was actually happening, but it definitely was.
It definitely happened, and he'd hidden it in the kind of little compartment down the side of his seat. Some of the seats had little compartments down the side, and I had to convince the flight attendant to go check when he went to the toilet. And after I absolutely hounded her for about an hour, she was like, "Fine, I will look, just to make you be quiet." And then she was like, "Oh my God, the teddy bear is in here."
Crazy. Did you get it back then?
I have it. Wavy Baby is somewhere around here.
Wow, what a journey for the bear.
Quite a journey.
Yeah. Crazy. Congratulations, guys, on all of the success of Heat Waves. I feel like everywhere I turn and go, I hear it, which is amazing. What do you think is about this song that has reached the success that it has?
I think it's that big tom hit in the big bong in the
Yeah,
middle.
that's my finest moment. My finest.
I think exclusively that is the one thing. No, I think that ultimately the song's about missing somebody, and we're all missing somebody right now. I think. I certainly am.
Yeah, and I love that you've called it a love letter to live music and the culture and togetherness surrounding it, which I think is beautiful.
Yeah, it's something that I was missing a lot, especially when we released the song. It was something we missed big time. So the video was a kind of play on that. Yeah, it's all performing in a big empty venue.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Especially, I really loved the part of the video with everyone with their cameras out of the window, just like getting all the different angles. It felt like like that togetherness of a show, but without like still at a distance. But.
Exactly. That's what I was telling someone the other day. It was so heartwarming to film that. We basically just put little bits of paper through it's a road like 2 streets down from my house, and I just put little slips of paper through all the mail slots saying, "I'll be at the bottom of the road at 7:00 tonight. Will you film me out of your window on your phone and then upload the file to this Dropbox?" And it worked somehow. Yeah. I'm not totally sure how it worked, but it worked.
Yeah,
so
and
heartwarming.
everyone's so on board with it, and that's so cool that you were able to pull that off.
Yeah, I still kind of can't believe it, but thank you to my neighbors.
Yeah, wonderful. And this year, I think, going a little bit back to the pandemic, but we've really seen how it's changed the perspective on a lot of people's lives and how we look at that. But that's already something, Joe, that you were dealing with before that. So what do you think, like, how has your perspective changed the most since your accident?
I mean, it changed a lot. Mm-hmm. I think the thing that I learned most about my life was how important the people around me are, actually. And I think that that's something that everybody's learning for themselves now. And that sort of, I think, is why, for me, Heat Waves and Dreamland sort of have resonated in the way that they have, because they came from a period of our lives that were sort of very turbulent, and it was very hard to look into the future because we didn't know what the outcome of what we were going through was going to be. And lots of the things Dave was writing sort of reflected that, and then it was released into a world, this album and that song, where everyone was experiencing similar things, not quite the same, but very similar things. The future was unknown, and so looking back in time was sort of easier, and that, you know, memories and nostalgia and all of the things that sort of made us happy in the past were suddenly like really important to us all, I think. So yeah, I think that my perspective probably mirrors everybody's actually right now, realizing how important the people around you are, especially when you can't see them. It sort of amplifies that.
Yeah, that's great. That's such a great way to look at it too. That's so nice. I love that.
Yeah.
And I love the album Dreamland because of how autobiographical the whole album was. What do you think, Dave, what was the hardest challenge of putting together an album like that?
Telling all your secrets,
yeah,
is part of it. I think I'm quite a shy person naturally, and this album is definitely, it feels weird talking about myself. Especially the hardest thing is actually showing those kind of things to the people who are closest to you, who you care about the most. It's quite often easy to play a show in front of, you know, however many thousand strangers, but when you're playing in your hometown and your mum is there and your best friends are there, that's actually the hardest show. Even if it's a tiny little crowd. Yeah, so that was the hardest bit.
Yeah, totally. Was there something that you were surprised to learn about yourself in the process of creating it?
Yeah, I guess there are just a lot of things that we forget about, a lot of things that we bury over the course of our lives. I don't want to get too deep and stuff, but we end up just like pushing a lot of memories way into the back of our minds and just forgetting about them, but they can actually be things that are quite foundational and things that have really shaped who you are as a person. And I think revisiting that is quite important. Not trying to like hide, don't bury everything, because that's what makes you who you are. That's the only thing I learned.
Yeah, that's great.
That sounded well cheesy.
No, I think it's a great point. And I think it can be very therapeutic, I'm sure, for you all to be able to make music and do it that way.
Yeah. It is. I feel very lucky. If I'm feeling a bit rubbish, I can just play a bit of guitar or something. It makes you feel a lot. It is very therapeutic.
Yeah, and get together with the band and be together in that way. That's awesome. And I think so many fans, of course, are excited to see you in concert after a year of no concerts. But who is somebody that you would just die to see perform now?
Oh, many people.
There's a big list.
Yeah,
there's
a big list.
I
want to see. Go ahead, Joe.
It was with you actually. It was LCD Sound System. It was incredible.
Oh, yeah.
It was like mind blowing good. So I think maybe I would go and see them again with you.
That would be good.
Like a free choice of anything.
I'd go see Beyonce.
Would you?
Yeah, I've wanted to see Beyonce. I've wanted to hear that voice live for a very long time. I think that would be amazing.
I've seen her in a stadium show, and it was in the rain, and it was very magical. So.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh, it'd be so good. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, congratulations, guys, on everything. So nice to talk to you. Thank you so much for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Such a pleasure. Thanks, Shannon. Thanks for having us.